Jai Hind everyone. First of all, let me congratulate you when I see you preparing for defense services because your journey will definitely groom you. It will add value to your personality. As preparing for defense services officer cadre will make you understand many things which are useful for your life. So instead of short term goals, you should be aiming for long term goals also while you are preparing for especially services selection board interview. When you clear your NDA or CDS or APCAT, any written exam, the next step is SSB interview, which you must be knowing by now. I shall be speaking primarily about SSB's basics because there are many candidates who get late to understand what exactly SSB is meant for, what it is searching, and where you can go wrong. First attempt, second attempt, and by that time you may lose confidence. So, my sincere advice to you all is understand the basic requirement of SSB interview. The 5 day process on that screening, thereafter the three angles, we will just touch upon in a very simple way. So, when you are thinking about joining defense forces as an officer, which is a leadership role, so you get a question, do you have it in you? So, what exactly it means? There are some characteristics, there are some attributes in your personality which they are looking for. So, to start with, where should your personality be aligned to? I feel Chetwood Credo, which is nothing but Field Marshal Philip Chetwood, who was the founding chairman of Indian Military Academy. In the inaugural speech, these golden lines were said by him, and these are now etched into the every corner of defense services establishments. And mark my words, this is the basic pillar of all personalities who are leading and doing their roles in the defense services. What exactly it means? Operating on the principle of highest traditions of defense forces, which means the safety, honor, and welfare of your country comes first, always, and every time. The honor, welfare, and comfort of the men you command comes next. Your own ease, comfort, and safety comes last, always, and every time. Nation first, your subordinate who are looking up to you, they have so much of faith in you on your one command. They are ready to sacrifice life too. So, their welfare, their look after is your big responsibility. And if at all your own safety, your own concern, if it has to be looked into, it is last, always and every time. And that is how you see so many stories of bravery, so many episodes which are unbelievable that how come soldiers and officers are easily sacrificing for the sake of the nation's pride. So it comes from a process, it comes from an organizational, institutionalized setup, drills, ethos, and that is what is our military services have been maintaining. So if you align your thinking on the lines of nation first, people around you who are more important to you and they are your pillars and strength, that is your next priority, and your own anything related to your own self is last. Probably you are aligned for the correct selection and overall satisfaction in life at large. SSB interview, which I want to touch upon in a very nutshell, basic way, is a three-pronged selection system. If candidate understands this basic aspect, probably that candidate will be able to deliver in a correct way. If you see the three corners of a triangle you see on a viewfoil: interviewing officer, psychologist, and group testing officer. These three officers are going to check you in three different environments, but their parameters which they are looking for in your personality are same. 15 officer like qualities, you generally hear that there are some qualities, especially the 15 officer like qualities listed theoretically in front of you. Many a times you go through it and you don't understand the practical aspects of it, and there you go wrong. The environment of interviewing officer is one-to-one interaction with you through some questions, and you are answering. The interviewing officer is searching for 15 qualities in you. The psychologist who is just going through your written scripts of TAT, SRT, WAT, SDT, and again arriving at a conclusion about 15 officer like qualities. The third one, group testing officer, who is making you to go through a team kind of setup, 10 to 12 candidates together, and you are going through 9 tests. And this GTO is also drawing some conclusions about your 15 qualities. So what exactly it means? Your 15 qualities, are they matching up? Are they coming up more or less equally in three different environments? When you are sitting indoor in front of interviewing officer, when you are writing against the time, under a stress situation, what exactly goes through your mind? So that is also a very important aspect, your intent and psychology. And the third one, when you are operating in a team. For example, a person may be very good when operates singly, but may not fit into the team and gets exposed. That is the aim of this three pronged selection system, that three different environments, how do you stand? And last day on a conference day, they sit together, passes judgment kind of thing. And if it is matching, in a very, very layman's language, I am telling you, if it is matching more or less, you are through. If it is getting contradicted, there is some doubt. At least one of them is exposing you. You may be doing it unintentionally, but that is a flaw in you. So, when you go for SSB interview, and if your doubt is clear that this is not a mere theoretical exam, it is something else. It is personality screening. What we talked about, 15 officer like qualities, which you can just read. These are four segments: planning and organizing, area, social adjustment, social effectiveness, and dynamics. Your own individual qualities. I will not go into detail. There are separate sessions you can see on channel. But I would like to stress upon two words to summarize how exactly you try and become. You should be a constructive and assertive personality. What does it mean? You should be a person who is positively contributing, a person who looks from the broader aspects, a person who exhibits positive vibes. Assertive is something like combination of confidence, knowledge, and logical mind, and you can really influence through your logics, through your communication skills. Unless and until you are not having knowledge, you are not having confidence, you don't have communication skills, this is impossible. And that is what is important to understand. You may be very good, but if you are not able to express, things are gone. You may be a very good player in sports. If you don't come and show and feel, it is difficult to judge them. Nobody can peep into your mind and heart and discover what you are. It is you who have to showcase. So that's why I call it sports like approach. And it can be amply proved that candidates are judged on different SSB boards at different times in a different way. I mean, a candidate may get screened out, but he gets prepared well, goes and performs personality well, and next time he is selected, recommended. So fault is with Whom? Fault is with candidate who is not able to express well, showcase well, operate well. Board is more or less in a very, very systematic way looking at you. It is you who have to perform there. So, in sports, suppose in cricket, one day a very good batsman goes and scores zero, could not click, could not play well that day for whatever reason. Next time, the same player can score century, applies well. So, this aspect, if you understand that when you go in SSB board, you are a person who is playing your personality there. You know the requirements of SSB tests, you know the number of tests there, you by and large prepared your mind, and now you are going there in a natural way. That is the requirement actually. Natural way. You should not be copying something which you heard here and there. You should not be just feeling that this is a quality answer and I will show that. Before that, you must understand, is it really suiting your personality? If it is contradicting, you are doing big mistakes. So, natural versus masked person, you must look into. Whatever practices you are doing, you must be able to understand whether you are sounding very, very natural. Is there any masked aspect, distorted personality which is getting projected there? This is uh, an introspection you can do, and you apply well then. If you know yourself well, that is your first requirement before going for SSB. Rest all will be cakewalk. That is why I am of the opinion that Services Selection Board interview preparation is, at the most you can seek guidance, tips, but you should not have that coaching kind of approach. Mostly you will get distorted from your natural self. You may copy some best of the answers of others and you just mask yourself, and the chances of getting recommended in SSB goes down. That is my opinion. So my suggestion is, why you should be going natural, because SSB's requirement is that they don't want anyone's answer there. They require your answer, your actions, your mindset, your behavior there. So don't have preconceived notions that you will be doing like this, like that. You must have thorough understanding that whatever way you are operating there, it is you only. And then rest of the things become much easy. Couple of tips for your preparation is, you must work upon communication, because until and unless you don't prepare well, practice well, you will not be able to showcase there. Because when we say sports like approach, it is something like going there and playing personality. Most of the time you will be speaking there, you will be writing there, so you are communicating and you are showcasing your personality. It is also a way to tell that these are my qualities. So if you are not able to express well, or you are not showing that confidence, you are gone. So your communication is one aspect where you need to work, start with, before dreaming and aspiring of SSB board interview. Second is knowledge. Knowledge will always be developed. It is a never ending process. Throughout our life, we will be gaining knowledge. But when you are appearing as a candidate there is some expectation that you are updated on current affairs. You have basic common sense. You know what is happening in the world, in India, and particularly in defense sector. You have opinions, but opinions will be smart when you have enough knowledge base. Quality will come when you have knowledge. So that's why you must update yourself. And third one is practice. Practice of what? Related to these tests. When you prepare for psychological tests, though it is not a pure theoretical thing, It is something like personality checkup through your write up. You must understand that when you write TAT, WAT, SRT, firstly it should be timed practice. But that is just one part of it. But after finishing that, you must go through your own write up, feel about it, how you are looking now when you read your own answers, what kind of person is being projected. Try and feel about it. If it is getting convinced that you are looking quite natural in your write up, that's it, you're on right track. Whatever answers in SRT, TAT, WAT, SDT you are written, you should be convinced that this is me. If given the chance today, if something of SRT nature, any situation is happening, you will exactly do something like this. That's it. You should be answering these things at your level. So, from my side, I feel for the SSB's preparation, there is one particular exercise which you must practice on a very, very regular basis, that is lecture it, which is one of the tests in GTO series. What will help when you practice very regularly about lecture it is firstly, it will improve your communication. Secondly, by going through different topics, your knowledge is getting updated, and your self is getting played on a daily basis. So, my recommendation is lecture it is just 3 minutes talk. In the initial days, it may come up in a very, very poor way, but start it. Listen to other good quality lecturers. Have your group, operate in a group. So, when your friend circle, you are practicing it, you will learn from others, others will learn from you, and your confidence will grow up. So, I feel personally, lecturate practice will take you in a systematic way while preparing for SSB's interview. In our platform, we have lecturate practices. You can come anytime, you can join. So, we are regularly having it. So, you can think of joining. This is a platform where you come, deliver your lecturate, and daily practice platform you have readily available. So, finally, I feel if you understand this basic, today I just wanted to cover what is the basic points regarding SSB's preparation. A lot of students don't understand it and make a lot of mistakes. They are unnecessarily making it more complex. They are unnecessarily believing that very high level coaching is required. I would like to submit there is enough chances for a candidate even without coaching. Yes, little bit SSB scenario one must be acquainted with, must be knowing. So today's information is it is not difficult what is exactly SSB means, and you can prepare on your own. You can practice in your own groups. So take off from your mind that this is a very very complicated selection system. Rather, it is a very simple system. You make it more complicated. You must focus that this is sports like activity. You go there and play your personality. You understand those 15 OLQs and try and play it, showcase it. Try and prove there that you can operate well in group discussion. You during the interview, you only submitted the PIQ. You only gave points about you. So everything is very very simple. So more of it we may cover at some other time. Today I just wanted to, through this session, I just wanted to clear one myth whether SSB is a complicated, very tough system to get selected, recommended. No, absolutely no. You just make yourself comfortable, be very, very sincere, honest, upright, straight, and sincerely practice at your level. It can be in your daily routine, you set up your practice. When you walk with your friends, when you are sitting in classes, you can have your own interactions and easily you can prepare for SSBs. During my service, I feel there are many officers I could feel, including myself. We never had a very proper coaching of SSB, but we were recommended through SSB. Especially first attempt types is very easy. But even if someone misses in first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, sports angle again comes up. You go there, you have fair chance, you can click and you can get recommended. So be positive. All the best. Jai Hind.